an Iranian, you better shut the f up. You don't even know exactly where Iran is on the map. You don't even know the difference between Persians and Arabs. You don't even know that Iran is one of the oldest civilizations in the world with more than 5,000 years of history, while the Islamic Republic has only been in power for 47 years, and most Iranians are not even Muslim. You don't even know what it feels like to live in one of the richest countries in the world, but still be broke, with no reliable water or electricity, while your government powers crypto farms, pocket the money and funds. You don't even know what it feels like when your regime shoots down a passenger plane full of your own people in your country and then calls it human error. You don't even know what it feels like to live in one of the most beautiful countries in the world with 4 seasons, ancient history, incredible tourist attractions, amazing food, and some of the best and kindest people on earth, but because of a stupid government, you barely get any tourists each year. You definitely don't know what it feels like to peacefully protest in the street for all of these and just be answered with bullets.
What's going on, everybody? I appreciate you guys pulling up today. We got a lot to get into today because you have people like this young lady and other Americans around the country who are 100% in lockstep with the president and the administration and this operation, which will hope to free the people over there in Iran who has been dealing with, man, some of the most horrific tyranny, in the world for the better part of a little over 4 decades, almost 5 decades. And you have liberals out there who are out there protesting, hands off Iran. You have liberals out there saying that, oh, this isn't something that should be happening. But you have Iranians, not just here in America, but all around the world who are rejoicing that they have a real legit chance at freedom. Hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Let's get into it.
I am an Iranian who lives in Tehran, and I can hear the sound of bombing outside. In case I'm dead tomorrow, I just want you to remember this. Please, shut the up and don't use me against America or Israel to try and convince them to stop. We ask for this. We want this attack. And I know that you don't want to listen to us. You don't want to listen, but I'm going to give you the shorter version of why we want this. The reason is we had one option, to go and protest this bloody regime, and we did, and they killed 40,000 of us in 2 days. This is the last option we have. We asked for the help, and help is here. And I know I might die, and I don't care, because I'm willing to sacrifice my life for Iran. And you just shut up and don't use me to attack anyone or try to stop this. We want this. You don't understand. You're not in our shoes. So shut up. That was a message from one of our Iranian sisters, and she asked me to share this with you. So shut up. Yeah, if you don't want to support us, just shut up.
Wow. Wow. That's powerful. It's powerful. And the crazy thing is that you have some people out there who are against this, which is really, really crazy. I need you guys to see these next slew of videos here.
Where do you think would be better for women, Iran or America?
I don't think America's quite good for women when we look at how we handled Epstein files.
You have the freedom to follow whatever religion you want, including none at all. And you're gonna walk around and try to tell me that this is a worse place to be as a woman than Iran.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What do you think is happening in Iran to their women? Do you think that that place is a good place for women?
I think women have their right to choose about where they want to live and about what they want to follow.
In Iran?
In Iran, yeah. I think that people have misconceptions about religion, especially with Muslims and Islamic regions.
I was not expecting you to be so pro the Ayatollah and pro dictator.
Well, yeah, we have a dictator in our own country.
I have a challenge for you. We will buy you a ticket, a one-way ticket to Iran.
We really?
Would you go? Would you take that?
Yeah.
Are you part of the LGBTQ community at all?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to go with her? Do you want to bring your boyfriend?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay, very cool. I'll just send you there, and then you try kissing a woman there. You try walking your dog in Tehran, okay? And we'll see how far you get.
College has done a number on these young people, man. And to be honest with you, it's not just college, it's public education. They have been indoctrinated like it's no other. When you have people like this that can get out there and say that, hey, communism is good, we live in a dictatorship, while you're on a platform saying whatever it is that you want to say, volunteering to go to Iran. The other, zesty dude that was next to her volunteering to go to Iran. Hey, I don't know about you guys, but I'd be willing to toss a couple dollars in on that GoFundMe to get her a ticket up out of here. Seriously. And anybody else that feels like that, they need to go. Seriously.
Are you pro women's rights?
Of course.
Being pro women's rights, who do you think is more for women's rights? The Trump administration or the Iranian regime?
I don't know. Don't really know anything about the Iranian regime, but I'm against Trump, so I guess I'll go Iranian regime if it's between the two.
But what rights do we not have here as women?
Well, I'm sorry, I don't want to be in this anymore.
If you had to pick.
If I had to pick, gun to my head, shoot me, I don't.
Iran?
Yeah.
Iran is in the Middle East.
That's well, probably not the Trump. Bruh. Okay, if I had to pick, probably Iranian militarization. Trump is just evil in so many ways, yeah.
Okay, so do you think the Iranian regime is more pro women's rights?
Yeah.
I tell you, man, the public school system has done a number on these folks, man. Golly, they should be embarrassed, but they're not. Goodness gracious.
Here's what I can say. It is so much worse than you thought. You are right to be worried. Trump administration has no plan in Iran. This illegal war is based on lies, and it was launched without any imminent threat to our nation. Donald Trump still hasn't given a single clear reason for this war, and he seems to have no plan for how to end it either. Like a lot of you, I am really angry. I am angry at what Donald Trump is doing, and I feel grief for those already killed in this unnecessary conflict. And I will keep doing everything I can to fight to end this war.
I can't believe that this lady is, still in office. I can't believe people continue to vote this lady in year, after, term after term. And I can't believe people still believe anything that comes from the mouths of individuals like this. It's just...
Hey, this is Congressman Shri Thanedar. I am going to the congressional briefing on Iran war. I don't understand why Trump decided to start this war. He said he just had a feeling that Iran is going to be attacking us. Now, J.D. Vance had some other reason. Secretary Rubio said because the Israel is going to start the war and we might get attacked. None of these cabinet members or Trump have a unified reason why. I am going to this congressional briefing right now looking for some answers.
Can you believe that this guy is in our government? Seriously, we have to stop allowing immigrants, these immigrants that are naturalized citizens, just come over here and work. But you can't be a policymaker. I don't care what level. It can be as low as, a city council in a small town. You can't be a part of it. It's outrageous. You can barely understand this guy, but this dude's in Congress. This is ridiculous.
And it's more just now because of that, what this happens. You don't have to agree on everything, but it's yes, I'm the only Democrat because I'm not afraid of my base to just say, you know what, this was overall a good thing. You don't have to agree on everything. So I'm going to be honest. So why can't you just acknowledge that one of the most evil people on the face of the earth was erased? That's a good thing.
At least we have one sane Democrat in the Senate, at least.
Just asking, I want to find out what your involvement was in the Iran deal with the pallets of cash that were sent to.
We have to do a few media interviews.
Yeah.
But did you have any involvement in that? Is that why you're not answering me? Because you were involved in that deal with Obama to send the pallets of cash over to Iran that supported terrorism? You don't have any comment?
Uh-huh. Yeah, she was smiling until she actually gets a real question and doesn't want to answer. We know that they sent $1.7 billion without the consent of, the American people. And they did it in the middle of the night. And they also did it, without telling and informing any of us. They took our money, gave it to them, and we know what they did with the money, $1.7 billion. We're talking about cash money. This wasn't a wire transfer. This was cash in pallets, cash and gold in pallets. They did this. But they want to grandstand and act like they're, holier than thou. These people should be ashamed of themselves, and they should be called out for their recklessness. You cannot negotiate with madmen. The only thing they understand is force. That's it. And the president, he understood that. They tried to negotiate, and they realized like, hey, this dude's a bad actor, and he's not willing to negotiate in good faith. And no, we're not cutting another check. We're not giving you guys any more money. These Democrats, man, they are a group of treasonous traitors.
We're doing very well on the war front, to put it mildly, I would say. Somebody said, on a scale of 10, where would you rate it? I said about a 15. And we're going to continue to do well. We have the greatest military in the world by far. And that was a tremendous threat to us for many years. 47 years they've been killing our people and killing people from all over the world. And I think we have great support. And I think if we didn't do it first, they would have done it to Israel and give us a shot if that was possible. And if we didn't terminate the worst deal, one of the worst deals ever made, the Obama nuclear deal, I call it the Obama nuclear deal, where he gave everything to Iran, including a nuclear weapon. It was a road to a nuclear weapon. Bad things would have happened 4 years ago, because they would have had a weapon 4 years ago if I didn't terminate that deal. So we're in a very strong position now, and their leadership is just rapidly going. Everybody that seems to want to be a leader, they end up dead. And it's an amazing thing that's taking place before your eyes, because for 47 years we were pushed around, and we shouldn't have been. And I think I can say, and you see it as well as I do, you see the tremendous progress that's being made. Their missiles are being wiped out rapidly. Their launchers are being wiped out. They're attacking their neighbors. They're attacking their, in some cases, allies, or not so long ago allies. And, it's really a nation that was out of control, and they would have used it on us if we let them, if we waited any longer.
Yeah, there's an explanation. I'm sure they have a plan. It sounds like they are working said plan, and it sounds like they're ahead of schedule as well. Yeah, as you can see here, it says the Iran war has rewritten the Gulf forever. Once neutral monarchies are now full-on armed camps. U.S. bases are forward staging points, and airspace is combat zones. Oil routes are under constant threat. The old playbook of stay quiet and keep trading, it's going. And Gulf states are openly siding with the U.S. and Israel axis, buying billions of American weapons and absorbing direct Iranian retaliation. This is no temporary flare-up. Permanent tension, skyrocketing defense budgets, and zero space left for Iran's old proxy games have become the Gulf's new normal. You got countries coming together to fight one enemy within the region. And once this is all said and done, it's going to help to stabilize the region. And then it will be back up to them to maintain this peace.
And let me tell you one thing, doing it in the middle of the night and waiting till all Americans are finally asleep was not a mistake. They do this. That's a strategic decision, okay? We're in the age of social media where shit spreads fast. Information spreads fast. They're trying so hard as they can to grasp their shitty little nails on every single algorithm of every single platform. But when you do something as intense as another country, okay, mainly children most, okay, that pisses off most Americans. So what do? They wait. They wait for you to fall asleep, hoping that your phone is turned off on your nightstand, hoping that all of the night owls are just distracted doing something else, watching something else, so they can have the least amount of coverage on it as possible as soon as it happens, so the algorithms don't pick it up and keep pushing it out.
This is an idiot. This is an idiot. I don't think they know the time that there's a such thing as time zones. In Iran, when all this went down, Iran is an 8.5 hour. They're 8.5 hours ahead of us in the United States if you're on the East Coast. And obviously, as you move through the time zones, it gets more 9, 10, 11. This young lady is an idiot, but obviously there's a bunch of liberals that are idiots.
You guys are exhausting. Just a few weeks ago that you were all saying that you don't know enough when it came to what was happening in Iran, which, for the record, I'll remind you, was tens of thousands of innocent civilians, including young women, students, and even kids being murdered for protesting for having basic rights like not having to cover their hair. You guys said you don't know enough. And so Israel and the US finally took out the leader since no one else was willing to do anything. And that leader that was responsible for tens of thousands of deaths just in the last month, not including hundreds of thousands of Syrians he's killed, not to mention funding terror proxies all around the world, including those that caused October 7th in Israel that killed thousands of civilians. Now you guys are saying that you oppose having killed him, that you feel sorry for him, that you are against these attacks. I don't understand. What is wrong with you people? You are just full of contradictions. Your ignorance is so apparent and appalling, and it is absolutely exhausting. So will you just shut up already?
Yeah. Well, what you got to understand is that the people on the left, especially the useful idiots, they are the useful idiots of the Democratic Communist Party. And in that party, you're not allowed to dissent. You're not allowed to think for yourself. You all you can do is go with whatever they tell you to go with. That's it. There's no room for you to question anything. There's no room for you to dissent in any kind of way. If they say we're going right, you're going right. If they tell you we hate this individual, that's what it is. You're not allowed to go against it. Not allowed to go against the party. I want to hear from you guys in the comment section. What are your thoughts on this? Hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel, turn the notifications on to all so you never miss an upload. Consider joining the ARP family or buy your brother a coffee. That link's in the description box below. Join us Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for ARP in the morning. And as always, keep God first. Stay prayed up. We'll catch up with you all next time. Peace.
It is God who arms me with strength. Yeah, I'm battle ready. He trains my hands for battle. My heart stays steady. But thanks be to God, He gives us the victory. Through my Lord Jesus Christ, fear can't live in me. I was down to the dirt, red clay on my shoes, old pain in my shirt, oh so bruised. And the Lord hit my chest, kicked air from my breath, put power in my step.